Hi, I'm Mike with MD Arms. We're just going to film a video to show the right way to fit your drum to your gun. About half the people out there that gets a drum probably won't be able to lock it into their gun right out of the box. It was done this way so it could have the same tight fit in any gun out there without having a bunch of rock in it. And if we made it to where it fit in all guns right out of the box, then in half the guns out there it'd be loose in instead of too tight in. But if you do have a gun that it won't lock right into, I was going to show you what to look for to identify what you need to do. There's two possible locations that you might need to adjust. Most people only have to do one of them, but some people will have to do two. This gun will be a good gun to show you because it requires both of the fittings. The instruction manual has both fittings in here. There's page 1 and page 2. Page 1 has fitting A and page 2 has fitting B. Alright. First, when you put your gun or drum into your gun, make sure that you put a little forward pressure just to make sure it's seated fully forward. If you put it up and it's not locking in, you need to determine what's stopping it from locking in. Alright, right here you can see it matches the picture here. You can see a gap right here between this surface and the receiver, and if you have that, then you need to do the A fitting. On the drum here, it's this top edge here is catching on this area in the gun as it's rocking up. It's sticking back into this little slot here too far and catching on this under edge. So what you do there, if that's what you're doing, or if that's what it's doing, you can see it in there too, catching. But what you'll do for fitting A, now if it's fitting A, you definitely don't want to do fitting B, because you'll be removing way too much material from fitting B to try to compensate for the A fit. But for A, all you do, just take a file and you'll just be rounding this corner over here just a little bit, like right here in the, you'll take the sharp edge and you'll just round it over a little bit, just only removing just a little bit. If you're removing more than dust from any of these fittings, you're removing too much. Let's see, check for fit often. Alright, that was enough for this one. Some might need a little more taken off, but you can see now it's coming all the way up and meeting. Now if this is what your drum looks like from the start, you can skip fitting A and go right to fitting B. But if not, if it's, do fitting A until you achieve that fit right there. If your drum's going all the way up like that and it's still not locking in, you need to do B fitting, and that's removing material from this little bottom edge here. What it is your gun, the mag release lever is just a little longer than some of the guns out there, and it's making it catch. Instead of being able to slide all the way up under here, it's either catching right here. Well, if it's not locking at all, it's catching right there. And just because it does lock, don't assume that it's locking right. If it's sitting right here, that's wrong. Anywhere in here is wrong except for all the way up against that area there. So if your lever's not locking on, you just take, same file, just this flat area here. You just want to do the bottom surface there, nice and flat on it, just to knock some of it off. You don't really want to round corners here. Just hit it nice and flush on there. Let's see if that's enough to... And check for fit often. As you can see, it's just dust coming off here. Now that one is locking just a little bit, but it's not locking with a good snap. As you can see in here, it's just barely underneath there. that mag release lever is sitting probably just right there, barely underneath it, and you want it all the way up against it. So you got to remove just a little more on here. It's still catching just a little bit. At this point you can probably make it go up the rest of the way, and you might be able to finish breaking it in just by working that a few times. But you want to make sure when you're locking it in that it'll go all the way up, which it's still not doing. So let's take a little more off, just a little at a time, and keep checking. And it's easy to take a little off and a lot harder to put it back. But even if you do, it's not going to tear anything up. Your drum will just fit a little looser when it could be nice and tight. See, it's closing up easier now, but you want it to really snap all the way up on its own. So we'll take a little more off here. You can see now it's locking completely up all the way against the feed lips and the tower all by itself. Nice and easy and really tight and solid. I'm going to have a thread with more detailed pics up on the Saiga-12 forum. It'll be pinned to the top of the MD arms section, and the title of the thread is "The Right Way to Fit Your Drum." And you should be seeing a link now that you can type in.